What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 31 and we start today's episode off with a game against Athletic Bilbao here away from home. And again, a reminder, these are considered our rivals in the game. EA have given Athletic Bilbao sort of a rivalry of Racing Santander in this career mode, which is kind of cool because at Racing Santander I didn't really know who our rivals were going to be after I did some research online. Couldn't really find anything in terms of rivalry with other clubs or nothing significant regardless, but the game seems to think Athletic Bilbao are our rivals, so that's kind of cool to know we have a rivalry here. And again, I aptly named it the club policy rivalry because obviously we're only signing Spanish players in this series, and Athletic Bilbao have a bit of a club policy where they'll only sign players from the Basque region. So it's kind of nice to play Athletic Bilbao being our rivals, but as we are ending the season, coming towards the end of the season, only 4 games to go, it's getting pretty real that there's a strong chance we could finish in 5th or 6th place. I still feel as though top 4, although mathematically not out of our reach, is probably not going to happen, but 5th or 6th place would guarantee Europa League football next year, which is absolutely crazy. But if we do want to finish in 5th or 6th place, we need to do much better than this. Going behind just 5 minutes in as Athletic Bilbao take the lead through Aduriz, but I have to say it was a wonderfully worked goal. Look at that one-touch pass in there, really nice football, and a great finish as well by the number 20. So Athletic Bilbao take the lead so early on, and it is 1-0 here to the home side. In the 20th minute, Moreno's on the ball for us. Good chance as he finds Fede in the centre of the park. He gives it through to Buenacasa. Buenacasa stops the ball. Eventually, after he tries to slide the ball through to Keiko here, it comes straight back to him. He takes a strike, but the goalkeeper makes the save, and Athletic Bilbao clear the ball away. So despite the home side taking an early lead, we were pressuring them and putting them under a lot of pressure. And as Moreno goes down the right hand side here, another good chance as he cuts past the defender, gets himself inside with a couple of decent skill moves, he shoots, and again the goalkeeper makes a save low down to his right. So still 1-0 to Athletic Bilbao, and we did have our chances, but unfortunately for us we just couldn't put the ball past the goalkeeper. Bilbao then had a chance there, but the shot went over the bar and behind for a goal kick as they still led the game by a goal to nil. With 18 minutes to go here, they win the ball back, but they give it away straight away. Christian Fernandez wins it, and again we don't get the ball in the back of the net because the shot goes over the bar. So still 1-0, and the final chance fell in stoppage time here as Fernandez is on the ball for us. Good chance here as he's waiting for a runner, but instead ball rolls, gets tackled, but it comes to his man, back into Christian Fernandez who shoots, and again it is a good save by the goalkeeper who was in fine form in this game and kept the score at 1-0, and it was how the game would finish as well. So we lose against our rivals, never good obviously, a 1-0 defeat away from home, and it's a shame because I felt as though we definitely deserved a point in that game. You know, we had a lot of chances, we just couldn't seem to find the back of the net, which obviously is important in football, and being undone by that very nice early goal was to be our downfall. So final score 1-0 Athletic Bilbao. Bit of a shame, but it does mean that with Real Sociedad catching up to us in 6th place, as they're in 7th, we're in 6th, they are catching up to us though, it's a little bit nervy now, you know, because over the past few weeks I thought, oh yeah, we're guaranteed a top 6 finish, but now we're definitely starting to question whether we can finish in 6th or 5th place. We take on Villarreal, who are currently sitting in 5th place here at El Sardinero for the 36th game of the season. As you can see, they are 7 points clear of us with 3 games to go, so there's very little chance of us finishing in 5th or 4th place. We kind of know that, but with Sociedad now only 4 points behind us, I'm sitting there thinking 6th place, that's the position I really want because it should guarantee Europa League football next year. But I don't know anymore. Like, I really do feel as though we're starting, you know, I mentioned this a couple of episodes ago, I feel as though we sort of burnt out a little bit. You know, we had an amazing first half of the season, and this half we've done really well, don't get me wrong, but we've been a little bit, I don't know, there's been some games where we just haven't really done the business, and that game was definitely one of them. But still, we did take on Villarreal here, who are currently sitting in 5th place. They are desperate to finish in the top 4 in the Champions League place, and we are going to try and stop them here with our penultimate home game of the season. But the first chance would fall to the away side. Uche coming forward, or Uche, not sure how you pronounce that, and the strike going just wide of the post. A really good opportunity there as he was played through one-on-one, but thankfully for us he couldn't hit the target, and it was still 0-0. Good chance here in the 16th minute. That was Buenacasa, gets on the ball and finds Concha on the edge of the area. He strikes it and it goes just over the bar. So just like the Athletic Bilbao game, we had opportunities but we just weren't taking them, and it remained the same for the majority of the game. The 64th minute, Alvaro's on the ball, crosses the ball in, Moreno goes for the header and misses it. It comes to Marin Saiz, takes it around his man and shoots, and again the goalkeeper saves it. So just like the Bilbao game, you know, there were more than enough chances for us to take the lead, but we just couldn't do it, including here in the 70th minute, Christian Fernandez's cross found Buenacasa at the far post, and he took a deflection and went just wide and behind for a corner. And from that corner, Alvaro crosses the ball into the box, looks for our big centre-back Albin Toza, picks him out, and again, the goalkeeper makes a very good save, and Villarreal get the danger cleared. So still 0-0, and in the 78th minute, unfortunately for us, we saw that Buenacasa pulled up when going for a challenge there. I had to sort of show you the image, really sort of crop the footage out just to show you the part of the image there, because unfortunately it was kind of hard to see. But Buenacasa did get himself an injury, and he is going to be out for the rest of the season as he's pulled up there, which is really frustrating. Good chance again for Villarreal in the 81st minute, but the shot went wide, and the final chance fell here with just a minute to go. Gomez collects the ball down the left hand side for them, plays it through towards his man. Number 14 plays it back to Gomez, he crosses the ball in, Uches in the centre, wins the header and puts it wide and behind for a goal kick. So final score, Racing Santander 0, Villarreal 0, and just like the previous game, I know I mentioned it a couple of times, but so many good opportunities for us, very good opportunities, good chances which we just didn't take. And it's annoying to have this kind of end of season form which isn't that convincing. That's now our third game without a win, 2 draws and a defeat. And don't get me wrong, you know, I still do take the point that we're a newly promoted side, so the fact we're in 6th place anyway was an absolutely crazy good achievement, and our team is still very poor, but I still sit there and think, well, you know, considering how well we've done, we should at least be getting, you know, to have no wins in 3 games and only 1 win in the past 5 or possibly even 6 games actually. That's still not good enough, you know, for a side that does want to finish in that final Europa League place. So a draw isn't a bad result against Villarreal being in 5th, but I really do feel as though with the chances we had, we probably should have at least got ourselves 1 goal on the board, even if we didn't go ahead and win the game. And of course that means 2 games without a goal as well, which is always pretty alarming to be fair. But still, following that, we had a scout report, and I went ahead and signed one of those players to our academy. He looks okay, pretty average at best to be honest, but at the end of the day, as I've said before, with a 1-star experience and judgment scout, you can't expect to pick up the next Xavi or Iniesta, because the reality is it probably isn't going to happen. But following that as well, as we now entered May, we had a squad report. We can see how the players are doing. Yeah, this is the penultimate squad report of the season. As you can see, some decent attribute improvements for a few players. Very nice to see. Obviously, our youngsters are going up quite nicely. Conch is up to a 67 plus 3. Schwarzer and Saiz are both up by 4, which is nice. Even though they don't have great potential, it's still good to see that. Buenacasa is still improving. He's now up to a 69, I do believe, which is very nice indeed. Despite being a lone player, it's always good to see those players improve. Keiko's up to a 72. Alvaro 68. So yeah, players improving throughout the squad, and again, Buenacasa 68, sorry. You know, although these players aren't, you know, incredible and they're not going to set the world alight, it's always good to see improvements. It's always good to see positive changes in the squad report. So there you go. And following that, a look at the league table. As you can see, we are in 6th place. Real Sociedad in 7th. We are 5 points clear of them, but they do have a game in hand. So if they win that, they'll cut the gap to just 2 points, and we will only have 2 games to go. So you never know, they could possibly sneak in the 6th, which will absolutely suck. But there you go. Still following that, we had a youth score monthly report. We signed 2 players in our scout report a minute ago. Jute Polik, which sounds a bit sort of Korean and Polish together there. And also Pare Bulhoes Myungju. Some serious, really bad pronunciations there, I'm sorry. But we go ahead and offer contracts to Polik and also Ranieri Aguza, because they are both 16. And of course it is May the 1st, or it was May the 1st on the time of offering contracts, which if you watch my career mode series, you probably know that does have a chance of giving your players a boost. And Jute Polik, as you can see, does look very poor, so it didn't really seem to do much for him. He has no exciting prospect, potential to be special, or showing good potential, so he's just one of those average youth players we've got in our team right now. He goes alongside Schwarzer and Saiz and Chalmers and players like that. But also, as you'll see, Ranieri Aguza, well, finally, we have a good youth player. As you can see, 67 overall, valued at £450,000, 16 years old, central midfielder. Very nice stats at just 16. And the best thing about it is, as you'll see in just a moment's time, he has the showing great potential even status, which means that his potential is anywhere between 80 to 85. So finally, we have a good youth player. It's taken a very long time, but finally the series should now spark into a bit of life, knowing that we have, hopefully, the next Cesc Fabregas. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the episode, please leave a like, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.